Hey everyone, welcome back to school reactions. We're at it again, you guys. Tom MacDonald just dropped Sheeple. Sorry guys, my slurring is getting worse because of my stupid tooth. Sheeple. That's the title. Well, we're gonna see where he goes with this, but boy, I'm telling you, the stuff he's been putting out lately, you gotta start wondering if they got Tom on lists and stuff. Like, protect this guy at all cost. I'm just saying, he's spitting true messages, and nobody wants to hear true messages, or they don't want people hearing it. We want to hear it. They don't want us to hear the truth. That's what it really comes down to. So, just keep an eye out on that. Don't, if you start seeing stuff like it's hard to find his videos, report it, because like they shadow ban stuff like this, and it's happened to other people. And there's some stuff going on with Russell Brand that just happened, and it's just a scary time that if you want to speak something, even if you make a mistake and you come out and correct the mistake, they just want to cancel you. So soft world we live in. I am not a sheep. Let's see what's up, Sheeple.
Humans been controlled since the day that they were civilized. The truth has been so heavily politicized. If you don't know who's controlling you and killing all the little guys, find out who you're not allowed to criticize.
Already? Dude, this eye is freaking me out. That eye freaks me out. Let's go. Here we go.
Humans been controlled since the day that they were civilized. The truth has been so heavily politicized.
Think about that. We became controlled once we became civilized. True statement number one. Matt, if I pause on every true statement and say something, you guys are going to kill me in the comments, so I won't do that. But I'm paying attention because I am expecting truth in a song called Sheeple.
If you don't know who's controlling you and killing all the little guys, find out who you're not allowed to criticize. Black folks who were never ever actual slaves, fighting with white folks who ain't actual Nazis. Controlled by rich folks who use the news to make hate, while elite folks control other political parties.
What the? Oh, man. Fact check, great. Fact check, great.
It's a big lie, trying to make you pick sides, trying to make you burn the cities down and kill each other. They got sick minds, big lies, deep on the police so that there's big crime. To take away our freedom, to restore order, they let die. Play with people, turn men into women, make the counterculture mainstream to mix up the system. Change the pronouns, if gender is a spectrum, so is privilege. I know poor white folks and black celebrities with millions.
Dude, as he's describing this insanity, I'm old enough that I need shit to make sense to me. I'm gonna get demonetized, whatever. I need shit to make sense to me, and none of this makes any sense to me. How did we start saying you can be whatever you want to pretend to be, and that's okay, and everybody has to accept it, and if they don't, then you're gonna beat them down? Like, I'm looking for reality in life. Like, people are supposed to go to school, they're supposed to get jobs, support themselves, help their community, be useful in their community, stuff like this. And what do we got instead? It's scary to me because some of the stuff that is going on right now, I've been telling my friends that are younger, like, if you have not read Orwell's 1984, go read it and pay very close attention to how that stuff is really going on right now. Like, that ain't no conspiracy theory. That ain't nothing. Go read the book and then look at what's going on right now and tell me that this isn't the same crap they talked about. We might be screwed.
Gender is a spectrum, so is privilege. I know poor white folks and black celebrities with millions.
I'm fighting for the truth.
They starve you with a lack of information and only give you facts through a branded corporation. Distort your worldview with an algorithm.
Dude, listen to that. What he just said. Who tells you what the truth is?
Privilege. I know poor white folks and black celebrities with millions. They starve you with a lack of information and only give you facts through a branded corporation. Distort your worldview with an algorithm that changes based on propaganda curated for your engagement. We can't be free.
And if you don't think that's true, I'm going to ask any one of you right now if you've got a Facebook account on your phone. And if you are ever talking to a friend of yours about something, and maybe you're talking to them in a Discord call or something or whatever, and, you know, or on IG and whatever, blah, 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 wherever you are, right? And you're doing all this. And they mention something, and all of a sudden the next day that shows up in your feed. I get stuff in my feed for stuff I've never looked at, never had any interest in my life. But because somebody said it and my phone heard it, Facebook feeds me that. It's the same thing with the propaganda, not just with the items to buy, so to speak.
Changes based on propaganda curated for your engagement. We can't be free. Can't have no peace.
I'm still freaked out by that eye.
Same team, but y'all are sheep. Blue the screen's just part of the machine. Y'all are sheep.
Right.
What do y'all believe?
What do y'all believe? You can't even explain your beliefs. Like, you just, did everybody just get to a point where they said, I'm going to be the anti-parent. Everything my parents did, I'm going to get revenge for it. So I'm going to just become useless, screaming, whining little freak of nature that loses their lunch every time that somebody didn't call them by the appropriate or their appropriate pronoun. I don't give a shit. You're the person working there. I'm the customer. Give me my food. Don't ask me to call you anything other than, can I have my food? Period. Oh, this world we live in. God.
Nothing's what it seems. Hollywood been writing your brain, controlling your mouth. You say lit, fleek, bet, cap. They trying to dumb you down. They endorse whatever narrative is popular to shout and use minorities in movies for diversity clout. Two sides on the spectrum, but ain't none of them honest. Took the red pill and the blue pill, spit them both in the garbage.
Did he just say two sides? None of them honest.
Two sides on the spectrum, but ain't none of them honest. Took the red pill and the blue pill, spit them both in the garbage. Being woke used to mean you understood you're a target, and now it's having two good legs and never taking a step forward.
And I want to bring that up to this insistence that if you are a registered Democrat, you automatically believe all of the BS that's coming out of this side. And if you're a registered Republican, you automatically believe all of the BS that's coming out of this side. And the truth of the matter is, the majority of people are not like that at all. The majority of people are not like that at all. Most people picked a political party because their parents were. Somebody influenced them, right? I was a Democrat. My family was Republicans. I became a Republican when I first turned 18, and then I got a little wild hair up my ass and decided to be the anti-everything that my family created, and so I went Democrat. And I was all about, like, give me free stuff and make weed legal and this will be fun and blah 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 blah. And then, you know, you end up seeing the reality of things when, like, your choices lead to wars and stuff. I went back and I tried to figure out what it was that my grandma liked about the Republican Party. And what it was for her was they had more conservative values. And she's older and she likes those more conservative values. And that was basically it. That was basically it. She didn't hate she didn't hate the Democratic candidate. She had no personal connection or issue with it. It was just this side tended to be more conservative and it matched her values. I know I'm ranting like crazy right now on this, but it is important to understand that in the last 15, 20 years, we have allowed ourselves to get to this point where we're at right now. I've been saying it on my videos for a couple of years now. If we don't stop, we're going to go too far. We may have. We'll have to see. But everybody go back and listen to this song completely afterwards without me. Thanks.
Used to mean you understood you're a target, and now it's having two good legs and never taking a step forward. If you agree it's free speech, disagree it's hate speech, erase it if it came from anywhere except the mainstream.
Right.
Trump supporters labeled as the racist, but that can't be. Lincoln was Republican, and that's who ended slavery. Science been politicized, it's easy to see. A mask became a symbol of which side you believe. But you'll never cure a sickness till you cure the greed. Because the problem with our natural immunity is it's free. Society is broken, want you locked inside a cubicle. Addicted to pornography, liquor, and pharmaceuticals. Tell you that you're fat and poor and you were never beautiful. Then tweet how much they love you when they hear about your funeral. We can't be free, can't have no peace till we're on the same team. But y'all are sheep.
Man.
Blue to screen's just part of the machine. Y'all are sheeple. What do y'all believe? Oh, my sheeple. Nothing's what it seems. If they can't convince you, they confuse you. They want you dumb or dead. They divided you by race, religion, income, and sex. Made everybody right and left. The hatred got so intense. If the others machine.
Listen.
What do y'all believe? Nothing's what it seems. If they can't convince you, they confuse you. They want you dumb or dead. They divided you by race, religion, income, and sex. Made everybody right and left. The hatred got so intense. If the other side likes oxygen, you'll put a bag on your head. And the conspiracy theories labeled as misinformation is just a terrifying truth that scares the hell out the nation.
Right.
The system treating you like trash and you got rifles to aim with. Just imagine how they'll treat you when your guns get confiscated. George Orwell, 1984 was his last lecture. George called them thought police. Now we call them fact checkers. Government surveillance trying to catch you. They don't ask questions. Mass incarceration equals capital for cash investors.
And if you do not know, not just thought police, fact checkers, that according to Klaus Schwab, you will own nothing and be happy about it, but not everybody will, because those will be based on social credit scores. China's already doing it. China likes Klaus Schwab. So does Canada. Well, Justin Trudeau, I'm sure Canada's not a fan of him right now. Good Lord, man. This shit is getting real.
Surveillance trying to catch you, they don't ask questions. Mass incarceration equals capital for cash investors. Wait. Just imagine how they'll treat you when your guns get confiscated. George Orwell, 1984 was his last lecture. George called them thought police. Now we call them fact checkers. Government surveillance trying to catch you, they don't ask questions. Mass incarceration equals capital for cash investors. The system isn't broke, it's working fine. Oppressive and chaotic is how it was designed. They say if we ain't doing nothing wrong, there's nothing to hide. While their agenda and intelligence completely classified. They don't teach you rights in school, you never learn them at all. Cause they're easy to remove if you don't know what they are. The only people you can rule are the criminal ones. So they force you into corners till you're breaking the law.
And let's talk about that, because there's a double in that. One of the things he's talking about is when they take away the guns, how easy it'll be to control you, right?
Well, you can rule are the criminal ones.
Yet the whole argument about taking guns away is you'll take them away from the law-abiding citizens, the people who go like everybody else has to a gun store, get your paperwork done, it takes days to get it, blah 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 blah. That's what it is. The criminals don't go through any of that. You think taking away the guns from everybody who buys them legally is going to stop crime? You're crazy.
So they force you into corners till you're breaking the law. We can't be free, can't have no peace till we're on the same team. But y'all are sheep. Blue to screen's just part of the machine. Y'all
This video is way longer than I thought it was going to be for a 3-minute and 52-second song. Number one thing I'll tell you is you don't have to believe me. You can go do your own research on this stuff. It is out there. People need to stop believing everything that they're told and start researching it. Once I researched it too and I found it, I had a friend who had been warning me about Klaus Schwab for the last year and a half. Didn't pay attention, really. Kind of feel stupid now, but, I'm educating myself as to what's going on. You have to look at the elite players. Tom talked about it right now, that the elites control politicians, and there are elites. We're not them at all. They don't know us, don't care about us. They have an agenda, a plan. When I was younger, I used to watch a lot of cartoons, Pinky and the Brain and all that stuff. And, it's like they've been sitting there, what do you want to do today? The same thing I always want to do, take over the world. Their plan is in action. Governments are doing it already. The only thing I can think at this point in time is I will vote for what I believe is the safest, securest thing for my family. I will not vote for anybody who has extreme ideologies. I will not vote for anybody who doesn't have a plan to explain how the hell they're going to lower gas prices down to half of what they were, at least more than half of what they were. $6.05 a gallon. Okay? $6.05 a gallon. It was like $2.29 a gallon in January, right before he takes office. You want to explain that to me? Who's gonna fix that? You've been to the grocery store? Who is gonna fix the fact that a $2.99 jar of mayonnaise now costs $6.99? Sorry guys, should have muted that. I'm just saying, look at what we're getting and then ask yourself if you want more of that. By the way, the governor of my state is planning on running for president. If you want your entire country to be just as ridiculously overpriced as California and just as invasive as California, who is the first state to announce that they will no longer allow the sale of gasoline-powered automobiles starting 2035. They already put into plan where 2022 we have just another, 2025 we can't buy gas lawnmowers, no riding lawnmowers that are gas, no leaf blowers that are gas, no gas-powered or diesel-powered generators, none of that. If that's what you want in your state, then he's the one, but I don't want that in my state. It's time we get our lives back and stop letting them control every single thing that we do. They are overreaching. Tom MacDonald, thank you so much for this song. Hangover Gang, if you stuck out through the end, thank you so much for it. Protect Tom at all costs. Okay? Thanks, everyone. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, hit that bell notification button if you can and select all. That'd be great. And I will see you all soon. Thanks, everyone. Be healthy, be happy, be good to each other, and stay blessed. Peace.